Greetings, y'all. It's the general message. May whoever needs to see this and hear this come across it. So what are these options that we have here? What are these choices that we're avoiding making? I already see that there's something right in front of us that we want, but I think that we feel like it might be too hard to get. Like, we're kind of deterred from the work that we'll have to put in to get that. And it's not that maybe you wouldn't put in the work, but it seems like the work would be out of your league to put in, if that makes sense. It seems like you know that putting in the work will be, lead to the best cause, but you're having a hard time fighting that inner voice. You're having a hard time fighting that inner devil, that egotistical energy that holds you and says, you won't ever achieve it, you won't ever succeed, it'll always be too hard for you. What's the point? When, what if you work that hard and it doesn't even work out for you? So these are the things that I feel like, are ringing in your head. And really the question is about, like, how much do you value hard work? Like, we kind of live in this society where it's like, sometimes there's a gray area. Like, yes, we have to work hard, but also some things are meant for us. And so there's this middle area of how hard do you have to work in order to manifest the things that you're wanting. Sometimes we have to work really hard because what we're trying to manifest is so big. Once we manifest it, we have to do the work to maintain it, but we had to get over that hill because what we're trying to pull, what we're trying to manifest, what we're trying to magnetize to us requires that amount of energy to say, I want you, or I'm aligning with you. And so here is the energy that I need to align with you. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? That's a question you have to ask. And it's absolutely worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Like, once you do that work, get through that struggle, you will have a confidence booster. You will have an energetic booster. You will literally feel a little bit more powerful. Like, I don't know if this is for the generators in human design, because I keep hearing generator, but it's like, whatever this is what you should be turning your battery on for. I know that the generator energy usually is they have so much energy to give, but it matters where the energy is put and what the energy is preserved for. So whatever this is you've been preserving your energy for it. And whether it be a move, whether it be putting yourself out there in a way that you never have before, whether it be starting something that, from scratch, that you feel like it may not be successful because it is from scratch. We're so used to convenient, we're so used to things being packaged up for us that sometimes starting things from scratch can be a little deterring, because why reinvent the wheel, so called? But when it comes from your heart space, when it comes from you, it's just a blueprint. You're not reinventing the wheel. You can use the blueprint, but you got to give what you came to give. You got to give what you came to give, not what they came to give. And as much as what they're giving may look like it's working, it's probably working for them, but that does not mean it'll work for you. Five of Pentacles, reverse 10 of Swords. So it's time to, I think it's time to move. I think it's time to get out of here. It's really time to just kind of dismantle your current standing, I don't know, your current place of living, your current structure. It's somewhat time to dismantle that, and 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 understanding that dismantling it doesn't mean defeat. It does not mean defeat. It doesn't, giving up on something doesn't mean defeat when you still had to make the choice, which making choices takes a lot of energy, and making choices takes a plethora of information. Making choices means we have to recall the things, and sometimes it's simply complicated to make a choice. So choosing to walk past something that looks good to go towards something that looks better but needs to be put together. Like, it's kind of like if you have a house and you're like, oh, I can pay, $2,000 a month for this brand new house, but it's also made with the cheapest materials on the market because they made it extra quick, and it's also made in a neighborhood that's cheap materials. So the house is not going to last as long as you think it is. Or you could, you've been wanting to take the time to invest, you've been wanting to build, so you could take a little bit more time, take a step back, and you could find a property that may need to be built on, but it's in a perfect area, has great landscape, you already know exactly what you could do with that property. So metaphorically, you have to be able to choose, you have to know that choosing to build on the land is still, in the long run, more sufficient and more sturdy for you. This is about convenience. This is about not choosing convenience. This is about choosing to work for it and not take the easy way out or the easy route, because a part of becoming that character is actually going through the trials and tribulations of that experience. So yeah, like you want to be a YouTube star, but it's like you can't take the easy way out, because how do you actually step into being that character if you keep trying to shortcut what that character actually has to experience? Convenience always comes with a small writing, with I don't know how to say that, the small print. There we go. It always comes with small print that you may not have noticed was there, and that's kind of the setup of it. It's you're choosing convenience with an unknown cost for the most part. That's, even when it comes to how we live our life every day. Yeah, we can be convenienced by fast food, but we're sacrificing our health. We can be convenienced with fast food, but we're sacrificing our connection to the land. We can be convenienced by the grocery store, which obviously that's how we live. Most of us do that. But for those of us who can, or who have the desire to grow our own food, we are being inconvenienced and sacrificing the nutritional value of the food, or the nutritional value. You know what I'm saying. So the next two cards. This is an interesting one. So, Six of Cups and Death, both ruled by Scorpio. So there's an emotion that you're tied to that is causing this dark feminine to call out. And I think it's the emotion of not being good enough, but I also think it's the emotion of things are gonna work, so I have to be convenient. I have to do it the most convenient way. And I think that in reality, you need to see that he's holding a little timer. Like, this is not about time. Like, we are not, you have the time. You need to have the energy and the willpower and the heart space and the mind space to work for what you value. Because you can't say you value it if you are not willing to work for it. If you're not willing to take the long route, if you're not willing to sit and pull back and find a better way to get closer to that thing that you're trying to manifest and align with. So convenience is not always your friend. Hard work is not always the enemy. Hard work is worth it in the end.